I think we are live on Saturday. I don't know why I'm dancing. Hey everybody, it's Marc Sievers. Welcome to another live Saturday live stream of MJS Moments. It is rainy and gloomy today in Chicago. So we're going to talk all about fabulous summer condiments, of course. Get my iPad from the other Mr. Sievers. Thank you, darling. So today is all about giving your classic summer condiments a fabulous, flavorful makeover. Growing up as a kid, we spent a lot of our time at the beach during the summertime, and I absolutely despised ketchup and mayonnaise and mustard and relish, and it was always just so like one-dimensional. And now I figured out how to give our classic summer staples an absolutely wonderful flavor boost. So we're going to start with the basics. So I'm going to talk you through today how to give your ketchup more flavor, how to transform sweet relish, how to take yellow mustard and give it a little oomph, how to do the plain mayonnaise and turn it into a delicious lemon and thyme mayonnaise, my little blend for cheeses for burgers, veggie burgers, hot dogs, and of course how to turn regular hamburger buns into slider buns. Very exciting. Buns out, sun's out. Or no, sun's out, buns out. Haha. All right, so today we're going to start with ketchup. So basic ketchup in everybody's refrigerator, and we're going to give it a little bit of a flavor boost today. So this is all about to taste. So there is no exact measurements to this. This is about your taste buds and kind of what is enough flavor for you. So regular ketchup in a little bowl. I'm going to change the view here so that everybody can see what I'm doing. There we go. Et voila. Look at how gorgeous. Okay, so we are going to start with regular ketchup, and then I'm going to add to it some chili sauce. This is not Thai chili sauce, which is very spicy with garlic. This is just your classic chili sauce that already has some great flavor. I love ketchup and chili sauce together. I think they both add so much dynamic flavor to this. And just give it a little stir, and we're going to give a little taste here. For me, I tend to like half chili sauce, half ketchup. I think that kind of elevates the flavor a little bit. And then I like to add a little heat. I happen to like a few dashes of Tabasco sauce. You can also use sriracha. There's a delicious hot sauce called, oh my goodness, I'm totally blanking on my favorite hot sauce. The Tapatio. Thanks, Ryan. That's why I keep Ryan around, so that he can hand me my iPad and tell me what my favorite hot sauce is. So give this a little mix. Oh, that's so delicious. So that is instantly going to give your ketchup a great makeover and what I call a fabulous zhuzh. So next, we're going to move on to classic sweet relish. So relish to me as a kid was not my favorite thing, but I loved eating dill pickles right out of the jar. So to me, relish is a little watery as well. So I like to use my spoon and just kind of skim off the top. You can also strain this relish too to give it a little bit thicker of a consistency. So a little bit of relish, and then I like to add fresh dill. Dill is classic, of course, dill pickles. So of course dill is going to pair perfectly with your sweet relish. And the stems are a little tough, so give this a nice chop here. One of the things I love too about relish is that this type of relish that we're going to give a little makeover is actually a great condiment on a cheese board, and a little bit unexpected. So not only can you make it for your summer parties, but you can also put it as part of a component on a cheese board. So this is maybe a tablespoon of freshly chopped dill. And then I also like to add these little cornichons. They're little small pickles, and they have a really delicious vinegary bite to them. And I like to slice them a little bit. And we're just going to give them a rough chop. I find that because they're round, if you slice them first and then give them a rough chop, you will have less rolling around, and them going on the floor like they're doing right now. So this is probably going to be about 2 tablespoons of roughly chopped cornichon. This is not only going to add a little bit of a vinegary flavor, but it's also going to add a great crunch and great texture. So that's my favorite. So we're going to add those in. These are great. You can make these well ahead of time and keep them in the refrigerator. Give this a stir. So you can see that already looks like a much more interesting version of relish. It has beautiful texture. It has bright green fresh dill, and I'm going to give it a taste to make sure we like it. That's really delicious. I don't know that you guys need to necessarily see me trying relish, but we will move on to mustard. So again, mustard as a kid, I did not like it. I thought it was very kind of too vinegary and just not great for my taste buds. But as a child, I've discovered, and as an adult, I've discovered that if you take regular plain yellow mustard and you add Dijon mustard, that kind of amps up that flavor. And if you add some whole grain mustard, that gives it texture and makes it look like mustard. And then you add a little bit of honey to this. So we're making kind of a Dijon honey mustard, but not too sweet of a mustard, which I like. And you give this a stir. This is really one of my favorite mustards to put on things. Okay, let's give this a little taste. So those 3 mustards together with honey really intensify the flavor. A little bit of sweetness from the honey, but really well-rounded flavor, so it's not so flat, not so one-dimensional. Nobody has time for flat mustard, everybody. This is not our childhood. This is like good, flavorful mustard. So we're going to move on to mayonnaise. So mayonnaise as a kid, again, was not my favorite ingredient, but this is just regular full-fat mayonnaise. I'm not doing reduced fat. I'm just doing regular mayo. About a half a cup into a bowl. I'm sure that sounds lovely at home. It sounds like, Ryan says it sounds like summer. I'm wondering what kind of summer he had. Usually with mustard, he says. And then I'm going to add in some freshly cracked black pepper. Ooh. That's live TV, everybody. And we're going to add in a little bit of salt. So this recipe for fresh thyme mayo is available on my website, and it's also in my current cookbook, Table for Two. Everything's available at marksievers.com. And then we're going to add in a little bit of fresh thyme. So I like the addition of fresh thyme in this because it kind of takes the mayonnaise to the next level with fresh flavor. And you need about a teaspoon of freshly chopped, kind of roughly chopped thyme leaves. So what do you guys, leave in the comments, what are you guys doing this summer? And if you need any help with menu planning, let me know and I can send you some of my favorite recipes for portable food too, for beach picnics or movies in the park, things like that. So this is some fresh thyme going in, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of lemon zest. This is going to give mayonnaise some bright flavor, really delicious. So I'm using a zester. You can find these, probably one of my most used kitchen tools ever. You can find them at specialty kitchen stores. You can find them at hardware stores. You can buy them online. They actually even are now available in grocery stores, select grocery stores, I should say. And then a little bit of lemon juice. So the fresh lemon juice is going to thin this out just a little bit and not make it so gloopy. So about a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. This lemon is really, there we go. Perfect. So that's a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. I use this, oh, I have a little whisk here, I forgot. So whisk that up. And this makes absolutely, this is like an elegant version of mayonnaise. I love this mayonnaise. And it really does have so much flavor from the fresh lemon, both juice and the zest. And then that fresh thyme just really gives it an elegant finish. That would be delicious on French fries, to dip French fries too. Everybody knows how much I love French fries. So 2 more classic condiments with a makeover. We're going to go on to some hamburger buns. So on 4th of July, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that we went to our friend Pam's house and had a wonderful 4th of July soiree, and I made my white bean sliders, which are also in table for 2. And I had a really hard time finding brioche buns, slider buns. So I did find brioche hamburger buns. And I thought I could cut them with a knife and do things. And I thought, well, what about a cookie cutter? And your cookie cutters come in two formats. There's the fluted edge, which is what most people use. And if you turn it over, there's also just a straight edge, which I think is a little bit cleaner for this, and I think a little bit more chic. So if you take your cookie cutter and you press down on your slider bun and you give it a little twist, so not only do you get a slider bun, which is so amazing, you just lift it out. There we go. This is being difficult. Everything's being difficult today. It's like Friday the 13th carried over into Saturday. And then push it through, and you now have the most fabulous slider buns. You can toast them, you can grill them, and I'll do another one. See if we can get this to be. So push, lots of pressure. Look how, see, that's how easy it should be, everybody. And then you have fabulous slider buns. You can do these in advance and keep them in an airtight container. And then the best part is all of the scraps from the slider buns. You can put these into a food processor and whirl them a couple of times, and then you get fresh brioche breadcrumbs, perfect for gratins, macaroni and cheese. You can put them in meatballs or veggie meatballs, and this is one of my favorite things. So last little tip today is cheese. So lots of people love cheese on burgers. I like veggie burgers, of course, because I'm a vegetarian. And when we were in Paris a couple weeks ago, or last month, really, Ryan and I and my cousin Christine and her husband Jay, we were walking around. They happened to fall on a place called, I think it's called Kraft Hot Dog, and it's in Le Marais. And they had, Jay and Ryan said they had the best hot dog of their life. And the cheese blend on it was Gruyere and Fontina. So I thought, what a great combination of not only flavors, but textures. You're going to get that intense nutty flavor from Gruyere, but then you're going to get that fabulous melting quality from a good Italian Fontina. And nothing fancy. Simple little box grater here. We all know how to grate cheese. Run your cheese along the largest grating part. And for this, I like about 2/3 Gruyere and 1/3 Fontina. Fontina is very melty and very gooey. So you don't want it to just run everywhere, but this is going to give you that long, iconic, cheesy kind of string. This is also fantastic to use as in macaroni and cheese. And there you have it. So the cheese you can grate in advance, and you can store it in a deli container. You can store it in plastic bags. All of this, by the way, is completely portable and travelable for the summer. So you can make your ketchup, you can update your ketchup, your relish, your mustard, your mayo. You can do everything in advance, put it into small deli containers, which are, again, available online. I use them all year round. And you can pack all of this into a little cooler bag, a couple ice packs, and you are ready for your next summer soiree, whether it's at the beach or in a backyard or movies in the park, which we have in Chicago. I think that's it. How fun was that? So quick, easy ways to update your summer condiments and to really amp up the flavor and give you the best summer of your life. I'm Marc Sievers. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Marc J. Sievers, and check me out at marksievers.com. And remember, sun's out, buns out. Bye, guys.